A couple people saying in here that it's a little bit of a surprise. I think Chalk going 5 would be, I don't want to surprise might be not right word, but if Chalk goes 5, I think everyone will certainly go, wow, holy cow, wow, Chalk to 5. That'd be an interesting one. All right. Pacers back on the clock here. They still need a point guard. Matt, your strategy, it kind of worked. There's still good point guards on the board, and you got your center. So who are you going with here, PG?
This was a tough pick to make because after I threw that wrench in with taking the center, I think exactly what I predicted to happen. Everybody kind of scattered and take shots as well because I didn't think Sav and Alex, if Sav dropped, I figured Alex would drop further. This was a tough pick to make because everybody left, or the people I'm picking all won league tournaments. What I decided with this pick was he played with a Sharp mostly, and with me having Swizz, I need to get Swizz involved with this new Pacers lineup. I have a lot of defense. I'm going to go ahead and take Chess.
Chess at 1. Okay, first pick of the second round. Chess, before you get too comfy, you happy about that one? How do the Pacers sound? Is he still with us? Did he run away?
I think he might have muted himself.
He might have muted himself. It's okay. I like Chess, though. I mean, look, you pair him with that roster and you give him to Cody, it's going to be kind of hard for him to fail because he's going to have so much responsibility as an offensive player to really make his name on that team. So, Chess, you're back. You just got drafted to the Pacers. How do you feel?
Pacers sound good, man. It's a great defensive team. I feel like if I just put the ball in the hoop, they handle the rest. I can't ask for much more of that, man.
Hey, that's for sure. And you get paired with a great pick and roll center with Slaughters. Pretty good fit for you. If I'm not gonna lie, if you have to drop out of the first round, that's a pretty good spot to land.
Yeah. I haven't played with Slaughter, but I love his communication. I love watching him play.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's go to the Lakers here. Chess, thank you. Matt, thank you as well. So far, the two guys who kind of surprised people with not going point guard with their first pick in the first round went with point guards at their second pick. It came out pretty well. So let's go to the Lakers here, a team that did draft a point guard in the first round. Finger, you're back up here. Second pick of the second round. Who are you thinking?
All right, so I had a couple people that I were thinking were going to be here with this pick. I really thought Tack was going to be here. It was a really good – I can't even remember who picked him. That was a great pick, though, taking him at the end of the second round. So I'm kind of going to go best player available. I'm going to take Charger.
Ooh, interesting. Where do you think he'll play?
I think he goes to the 4. Vert has shown that he has an incredible amount of versatility. He's played some guard. He's played lock a lot. And he's played power forward. I think you could easily slide him to the 3, let him guard ball, and let Charger take off at the 4.
Interesting. I like that. A very versatile guy.
I think Charger should be a first-round pick, in my opinion. So him getting here in the second round is a steal.
I was told after the Nets mock draft to go back and start watching more Charger, and I did. And what I found is that he's an incredibly smart player. He doesn't overextend himself too much on the defensive end, and he is always in passing lanes. That guy always seems to know where the next pass is going. And the amount of steals that he got whenever I watched him, or just his ability to tip balls and get in passing lanes, was really impressive. I think he'll be a really good defensive fit for them. That's a good pick. All right, let's go to the Knicks. Back on the board. So JBM is not here. I don't know what happened to Jack. But in the first round, they got Rob and they got JBM. So, Poppy, you've already taken the first 2 Knicks picks. So congratulations. You get to pick the next one as well. Who are you picking here? Third pick of the second round.
Honestly, I didn't expect to be picking. I wasn't ready. Sheesh. And I didn't pick the last one. Mailman did.
Oh, that's right. Mailman did make the last pick. Let's see. Do you want to make the pick or should we pick somebody else?
Sheesh.
You're probably looking for a lock. You got Haza, Malik, JBM, and Rob. A lot of good locks still on the board, though I think if you were to classify them, I'd say the tier 1 guys are probably already off the. If you don't want to make the pick, I will
Yeah, I don't
find
wanna
someone
make the
else.
pick. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just
You're
like
good.
I wasn't prepared.
Put you on the spot. Couple options here. Big Rim. Deeds from last year might be a little high, but he, league experience lock. Trap 214. He's also
Big
on
Rim's
there.
a good pick here.
Big Rim.
We're going Big Ram.
Yeah, I would go with that.
All right, Big Rim it is. Big Rim to the Knicks. All right. So I don't know too much about Big Rim. West, what do you know about him?
Big Ram a dog. I don't know if he fall out the first round, but if he do, it's a great pickup for them right there.
I would be, and in terms of the tier 1 locks probably off the board, I think Big Rim would be a good fit with them. So you got JBM, Big Rim, Malik, Haza, and Rob. So pretty good starting 5 for Knicks Gaming as they attempt to rebuild from a disappointing season 2. So Kings are back on the board here. Sai, you were pretty pissed that Charger got taken, but you have an opportunity here to really round out this roster, especially 6-man pick here. Pick 26, which is nuts. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, this one's a little harder for me just because, there's also obviously a lot of players that on the board that probably might not like being a 6th man, especially high in the second round. So you got to take that into account. And we have people at the 3, 4, and 5 that can all switch around. So maybe I try to go for someone who can play the 1, 2, 3 area. Someone that comes to mind instantly for me there is a tourney winner from Nets GC. So people might consider me taking him a bit high here, but I mean it's a 6th man at the 26th pick. That's already high enough. So I'm gonna go with B Rich.
Be Rich. Ooh, interesting.
Because he can play a bunch of positions, versatile, PG, lock. He can go through all his positions, team up experience, and all that. So, I like him there.
And also, this isn't a shot at him at all. He is still kind of a mystery in a lot of ways to how well he can play against top end competition. I think playing for a team like the Kings, God forbid Duck flames out, you have at least somebody else who won a tournament and also somebody that you can develop if Duck doesn't work out. So I like that pick. I don't think he'd be angry with that at all. All right, let's go to the Gen G Tigers of Shanghai. Get this thing moving here. Poppy Jeremy, you're on the board for your actual team. So you got Chalk, you picked Idris. Who are you looking for here at the 5th pick of the second round?
I'm gonna go Delusion here. For people who don't know Delusion, the up and coming guard, great scorer, and I think he'll complement Chalk well if Chalk isn't getting the job done. And yeah,
I like it. All right, so
play the 1. Yeah.
Chalk, Idris, and Delusion. A guy, one guy who's played multiple seasons in the league, another guy in Chalk who's actually, kind of the face going into this, and then Delusion, who could be, a decent number 2 next to Chalk in terms of shooting the ball. So good pick. Let's go back to the Heat. Token, you're back on the board. So far, you've caused easily the most uproar in the Twitch chat. So you're on the board here, number 6. You got Bash, you got Shifty. Probably looking at a Sharp here or somebody else. What do you think? You have another pick at the end of this round.
Yeah, I got another pick at the end of the round, and I think who I want at the 2 is still going to be there because people sleep on him still somehow. And I really wanted to get Big Rim, and he almost fell to me. He almost did. And so I'm thinking of a defensive-minded player here. I'm thinking either Randoms or Cousins, and I think the best selection here is going to be Randoms.
Randoms. Okay, interesting. So Randoms goes number 6 pick of the second round here to the Heat. So a pretty good team. You know, if you're still looking for that sharp that you can get at the end of the second round, you filled up on talent well, whether people like the Shifty and Bash combo or not. It's a decent combo. How do you think he'll play next to Hotshot? If you're still with us here, Token.
Yeah, I'm here. I think the three that I got for 3, 4, 5 are extremely good on defense. Shifty is very good. He can play 3, 4, or 5. Randoms can play the 3 or the 4, which basically lock or power forward, and that's a very, very strong defensive back 3. And so I think they're going to complement each other very, very well. And with one more addition for another guard, this team will be elite, easily top 4 in the league.
And as well, you can put Shifty in multiple different spots. Can Shifty play sharp as well?
I've never seen him play sharp.
Okay,
but I do know that he can play really 3 through 5, and so that's really what I'm looking at is the defensive mindset first. And with these 3 guys in the front court, it's going to be scary.
Interesting. All right, well, let's go to number 7 overall here. Nice pick there, Token. All right, back to the Nets. Excuse me, my throat's stopping up. Versa, back on the board here. You got Wavy. You picked up Crushy, number 9 overall. Maybe the safest pick of the first round. Not bad pick. Definitely a safe one and a good one here. So back in the clock, who you thinking here? The 7th pick of the second round.
I'm gonna go with Big Meek.
Ooh, Big Meek, free Big Meek. Where's Dimer when you need him? Why Big Meek at 7? And are you at all worried about him getting benched last year by the Bucks?
Honestly, Big Meek is one of the best power forwards in the pool. Definitely one of the best scorers from season from at the power forward position. Led the league and as one of the best scorers. So I feel like he could offer a lot more on the Nets with proper defense and being able to play that versatile role. So and he takes a lot of stress off of Shuttles being able to play the 5.
Yeah, and let me tell you, man, there are a few in 2K who can shoot the ball like Meek. He might be the best shooter at the power forward spot in 2K. Now, his defensive abilities did get him in trouble last year with the Bucks, but like you said, with the guy with Crushy on the floor with him and Shuttles on the floor with him, they can definitely make up for him. So, West, I see you commenting on the Meek pick in Twitch. Are you a big Meek fan?
Huh?
Are you a big Meek fan?
I like Big Meek. I like Big Meek. I ain't gonna sound like I'm like the biggest Big Meek fan in the world, but I like
him too. I think top 10 of the second round is a good spot for him. All right, Wizards are back on the board here. They have the number 1 overall pick, obviously. So Wizards This Year Gaming back on the clock here. So who are you thinking? Let's see. We have Snubby saying you can throw him at the lock, but he can play 1 through 5. Has chemistry with Dave Fry. Don't know if he's still here. He is on the board. So Snubby going to Wizards This Year Gaming here. A guy who went in the first round during the Nets mock draft. So Snubby goes here, the Wizards pick. We won't spend too much time on it just because guy drafting for the Wizards isn't talking. So we'll put Snubby there at the lock, play next to Reese, play next to Reg. We'll move back on to Jazz Gaming here. Back on the clock. Chef, you're with us. Who you got?
I'm gonna make this short.
Who?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I think this guy makes his return back to he's himself as winner. He actually way back in post draft, and I'm a pick up here to address the need at power forward. Here to address the need at forward. I'm gonna pick up a Brook because he's versatile and he's capable of getting the job. Low man player.
Did you say Speedbrook?
Yeah.
Okay, Speedbrook. Cool. Yeah, I thought so. All right, Speedbrook, an interesting 1 to 9. West, you watched him in season 1 probably more than I did. What did he bring to the table in season 1?
You guys
Nothing.
good?
No. Yeah, we're good. Let's go to 10. Let's go to number 10. Raptors back in the board. Yay. You got what is basically back-to-back hit picks here, 10 and 12 going into the second round. Who you got at 10? You already got Splash in the first round.
Yeah, I really wanted to get Timely here, but apparently it didn't slip. But I think the draft really slept on this guy. He's having a great offseason, had a good combine, did well the first 2 seasons, and I'm surprised that he failed this far. I'm going to get my boy Aggressive Dini.
Dini. All right. Dini off the board. 2-year league pro. Went to the finals with the 76ers GC. He's won a couple tournaments. Are you surprised he fell to round 2? And do you think he should be a first-round pick?
I'm surprised he fell this far. He had a great offseason, had a good showing at lock. Was able to make a push to the finals, won 2 back-to-back tip-off tournaments. Learned a lot with that good Sixers squad. I think it's time to I think he would pick up right where he left off with Kenny. It's sick.
And I think also, with us not really knowing what's going to happen with the lock builds this year, you could easily put him at a 2-way spot and have him be a spot-up shooter. And we know from the combine and everywhere else that he knows how to shoot. So I think 2K20 is going to be kinder to him in the league.
Yeah, especially with you not knowing that it's not going to be any pure locks, and you're really not going to know what the lock build is going to bring this year. And Dini can work on a scoring build too at that spot. So I think that's a great pickup there.
All right, well, we'll see you back here in T-minus 2 minutes. Kerry, you're on the board here at 11. You already got Sav for the Bucks. Who are you going with?
I was gonna go with a lock, but everybody picked like the best locks on the board, so I'm gonna just go best available. I don't know how he fell as far. I'm gonna go with Zay Bucks. He got chemistry with Sav from Bloodlust, and like he's a sleeper. He doesn't talk that much. I played with him in Dallas. He went crazy, and I think he's the best power forward in the draft, in my opinion.
How do you think he'll fit next to Plondo? Because that's always going to be the question for any big man.
I think people don't know about Bucks is like he doesn't say much, and he doesn't like be on Twitter that much. Like he doesn't. I think he'll fit great with Plondo because Plondo doesn't have an ego. Plondo's not this guy. He's not gonna stat chase, and they're both not stat chase guys. So Plondo gonna fit well with Bucks and let Bucks do his thing.
All right, I like it. I like the pick a lot. You got Sav and Zay Bucks so far doing well, and shout out to Nacho. Appreciate you telling the chat to. You don't even need a voice now, but you have your power on your own. Let's go back to Ye here. You got Dini 2 picks ago. You're at 12 here. Who you thinking?
This is kind of a tough pick for me, just because there's so many good power forwards available. And I'm kind of torn at this point. I think you have 3 really aggressive guys who can get a bucket at the 3. Six is a really good leader at the center. So based off what I've been seeing for last year and the progression of this guy, he's doing a lot of tournaments over there at Greatness. I want to get A Truth right here at the 12th spot in the second round.
One of my favorite guys in this draft, just because, like we said, him playing with Goofy on that team is, very impressive. And, him by himself is a very good player. I think whatever team he would have ended up playing with Pro-Am-wise was going to have success, at least defensively. He has some great instincts. And also, I could be wrong. Isn't he Canadian? Is he Canadian? I think he's Canadian.
I'm not sure.
I think he's Canadian. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. But yes, Sai says yes, he is Canadian. Good job.
Yeah, he is.
The poor guy is going to have to pay all those horrific taxes. So Truth goes back to Canada and is going to lose half his paycheck to the Canadian government. But hey, hometown over nothing. So let's go to the Magic here. 13th overall in the second round. One of the most stacked teams coming into the draft, have a pretty solidified top 4. Merck is on the board here. Merck, who are you picking? He says he's taking Get On My Level. Interesting pick. The brother of Expose Him, right? That's his brother? Twin brother?
Yeah, you took my guy. I was trying to reunite them.
Sorry, man. Well, maybe next year. But yeah, Get On My Level. Magic. I believe that was the same pick that from the Nets mock draft as well. One of the more tenured sharps that we have in the non-drafted 2K pool already. So Get On My Level going to the Magic here at 13. Wes, you've been watching this guy for a while. Him and his brother are a ridiculous combo. How cool is it for the Twins to end up getting in the league?
I mean, they just showed the fact that good hard work pays off. I'm excited to see both of them named, and I can't wait to see both of them get drafted. It's going to be a good storyline for the league as well too. But yeah, they worked their butt off in 18. They didn't make it through last year. They stuck with it, and they're just showing hard work pays off. I love it.
All right, well, let's get back to the Knicks gaming pick here, 14th overall in the second round. We have had a couple guest pickers so far for the Knicks, and we have one pick left here. So I'm going to again go random. Let's see. Who should I put on the spot to pick for the Knicks? Yay, do you want to pick for the Knicks, your former team, or do you want to stay away from the? I think Yay stepped away. Do you want to pick for the Knicks?
Look, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
It's best if I not pick for the Knicks. You already know who I'm gonna pick, so somebody else pick.
Who's
Fair
picking
enough.
for the Celtics? Give him more than one pick.
All right, that's fair. Who is picking for the Celtics? Let's see. Mailman. Yeah, we already gave him a pick. So, Mailman, if you're with us, do you want to make the next pick here for the Knicks? Man of mail. Mailman. Are you with us? Can you hear me? Earth to Mailman. No dice. All right, on to the next one. Versa, you're typing. Who are you thinking for the Knicks here? We'll put you on the spot. Interesting. Wesley G going to the Knicks here. Good pick. All right, so Wesley G going to the Knicks here, 14th overall. Versa with the guest pick. I don't know too much about him. Wes, do you know a lot about Wesley G?
No, I gotta get a little more familiar with Wesley G.
Fair
I think
enough.
he plays Madden professionally, if I'm not mistaken.
Pro Madden player as well. Hey, any dual esport athletes, him and Radiant could be a really interesting one. So he'll end up being the sixth man for Knicks Gaming. Let's see who's back on the clock here for Wizards DG. Broke my X button. You're back on the clock here for the Wizards. Who are you thinking? There it is. Dirk going to the Wizards at the 15th pick in the second round. An expected pick. He was on my podcast recently, and during our lightning round, we talked about which team he would like to play for if he had his pick. He said the Wizards. His relationship with Dave Fry is very well known. He was part of the team that won the Wizards District Tournament, so not a bad pick at all. I'd love to see Dirk actually get to a team. I think the second round is a great spot for him. I think that team interviews could vault him into the first round, but Dirk going to 15. The real question is, Wes, it seems that Dave Fry is probably going to play center, but at least with Dirk now, you have the opportunity to kind of switch them to based off how they played during the year.
I think Dave Fry, I think either one of them probably go to 4 or 5, so I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I do too. I like Dirk going there to 15. All right, let's go back to Hawkstown GC. Hawks on the board here. Rank 'em, you're back on the clock. You already took Peroxide. Who are you taking next? See if Rankum will send us another pick in here. If not, we'll have to get another guest picker. Oh, he's typing. He's in traffic. Rankum goes with Lee 2K, and he will be playing center for us. Interesting. So, Champ, I don't mean to bring you in, but when you were doing all of your rankings, you had mentioned that he doesn't want to play power forward, but he's also willing to do so. Champ, if you can hear me, do you think center is the best spot for him?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. He can play both at a top level. I think it's just more about need more than just like what he needs to play. It's just about pretty much what the team needs. So he can play either or.
Do you think he can play next to BP at a top level?
Oh, yeah. I mean, BP can make anybody around him great. So I think that's a great pick.
All right. I like it as well. G-Star asking why can't they come to the mic? Rankum is currently stuck in traffic. So unfortunately for him, he's just typing us his pick. So we'll do the best that we can here. Let's go to the Mavs. Mavs on the clock. Jim, you finally get a chance to speak. I think he's here with us. Jim, you here? Do you remember how technology works? Jim goes with Juan, a guy he picked for the Hornets last time. He goes with Oh My Juan. Nice pick. A great option for dimes out of the corner. So I will say this, West, and you can kind of back me up on this. He's been okay in Pro-Am so far in the second half. He's been on a lot of teams that have lost. Do you make anything of that, or do you just think it's random?
Your question one more time.
So Juan has been on a lot of really high level teams, but he's been on a lot of teams that have lost. So do you put any credit into that when you're scouting guys, or is it more about how they perform versus how well their team comes out?
It's more individually.
Okay. That's fair.
For me, anyway.
Well, the joke that's been going around on on Twitter is that Juan ruins teams. So hopefully him, Mo, and Dimes can put together a good season. Let's go to the Blazers. A huge pick, maybe one of the most important picks in the draft, just because they're coming in with such a great team. Got Mama, got Lavish, Majestic, Walnut, new coach coming in, Andrew Maxey, humble plug. Go listen to the Esports Sports Show. I had him on for an interview. Great guy, high basketball IQ, former D1 basketball player, played internationally. So Blazer 5 is being picked by Coach King, my old friend from Geek Leets. Coach King, are you with us? Are you ready to make this pick? I need you, Coach. Where is he? I'm gonna add him in the chat because we need to get him in here. There he is. How you doing, Coach?
What's going on, fellas?
Long time no talk.
How you doing, Ruben? How you doing? How you doing, Sports Time?
It's doing good, man. It's good to have you on here. You have a big pick. You got Blazer 5 here. Who are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Profusion, man. Blazers, they're ready to compete for a championship. They need a veteran player to fill in at the guard spot. I know they picked up Majestic, but I think they need a good shooter in Profusion, a good shooter. So I think adding him to the roster will help them propel them to the next step, which they're trying to take, which is to compete for a championship. So let's go for Profusion right there.
I like that. And going back to something I said during the Nets mock draft, that this Blazers team isn't looking to mess around. They're not trying to find some unknown rookie in the draft that they can turn into a star. They need winners now. They need guys who are going to help them compete for a title now. They don't need development products. They don't need any of this stuff. So getting a 2-year vet with proven experience, playoff experience, I like that pick a lot. I think he's going to be that sharpshooter that they've been looking for. So great pick, Coach. We'll see you back here for your 6-man pick in a little bit.
Thank you, sir. Keep doing that good work you're doing too, brother. Proud of you.
You too, man. It's great to have you on here. All right, Token, you're back on the clock. You've done well after shocking everyone so far. Picked randoms at the top of the second round. You're going for your 6th man, and then you can hang around. But oh no, you got your sharp as well. Who are you thinking?
Mm-hmm. It's difficult, man. Just give me a second here. I just want to say you can play randoms and Shifty at the 3 and the 4 interchangeably. So I think like that's not too much of a surprise. People are acting like they can only play lock. There's more versatility than that. But anyways, at the shooting guard position, I think I'm going to take somebody. I wanted Nudini, he left. I wanted Fusion, he left. So the next guy, I think the best available at the position, who's really good playing combo guard, can play really anything for Bash and for Heat. I think I'm going to go Oakland Rose.
Oakland Rose, nice pick. A guy who has made the draft pool every single year. One of the only guys who have made the 3 years in a row and not get into the league. Why do you think he hasn't gotten into the league, and why do you think this is his year?
I feel like he hasn't got as much exposure as with the top talent, and hasn't really got himself out there. But this year, people are really noticing, putting people on notice, and I'm really enjoying. I love watching him play. He's very smart, very very smart, and he has good eyes when it comes to passing. So I think it's going to be a great fit.
That's a good pick. I think. I think Famous is that seems like a Famous pick, like a guy that he would pick up, high IQ, no crap kind of guy. And I've actually spoken to him a little bit on Twitter. I think Oakland's going to be a really good fit in the league when he ends up getting picked. So, Token, we'll have you back here for your 6th pick. The Genji Tigers of Shanghai back on the clock. Poppy Germ, you've made some great picks so far. He's picking Gliz, a guy who was in the league last year, one of the best shooting power forwards in the NBA 2K League. Didn't get retained by the Jazz for a multitude of reasons. I think they just kind of wanted to take their top 3 and figure out the last 2. If Comp could have kept Gliz for the price that wasn't a first-round pick, I think he would have. And maybe the Jazz end up picking him in the 2nd round if he's still on the board. But Gliz goes to the Genji Tigers of Shanghai here at 20 to fill out their starting 5. So, Wes, I want to get you in here. So you're competing for, new franchise team. They come out of the draft with a starting 5 of Chalk, Turnip, Delusion, Gliz, and Idris. How do you think they did? Wes, you with us?
I just got back. Say it again.
I said, so your competing expansion team just finished out their top 5. Chalk, Turnip, Delusion, Gliz, and Idris. How you feeling?
Their team are like if we got to play them.
That's true. It's a glitchy team. It a lot of deep. What Idris and Gliz do together down low.